Alright, good morning. We are continuing with vertex form, second part today. So vertex form of a parabola is what I call useful formula form because the standard form with x squared and x separate is what we call standard form. It's pretty useless because I can't see where the seed vertex is. I can't see where the axis of symmetry maximum minimum is. Pretty much you have no clue what you do with this equation. So what we do is we bring these two under the square with some trick. This number a out. You turn this equation into x together with a brand new number and another number. And when you get these two numbers, they happen to be the location of the seed. When I say seed, I mean the vertex. Because if you know where the seed is, you can graph it, you can tell maximum, minimum, you can tell axis of symmetry, pretty much everything. So knowing this is very important, and this form is going to tell us that quickly. Okay? So we like vertex form very much because you can harvest it quickly and gather all the information from the quadratic function quickly. And we've done first two questions, changing standard form into vertex form. Okay, we have seen that it's taking a while. It's not an easy process. Yeah, have we finished number 3? No, not yet. We said it's taking a while. Is there a faster way to locate that vertex quicker? Not quicker, but alternative way without many tricks? Less trickier method, straightforward? Yes, there is. It's called vertex formula. I'm gonna give you this formula, but that doesn't mean you need to be applying this formula all the time. I still want you to learn how to complete a square from last time, okay? I still want you to do these questions by completing into square. This is just an alternative to compare your results, see if you got the right answer or not, okay? But vertex can be directly obtained by this formula. That's it. All you need to do is identify what A, B, and C are first. Okay? And then plug them back into this formula, which is minus B over 2A 4AC minus B squared over 4A. So it's very crucial, essential that you assign A, B, C correctly. If you make a mistake, your whole answer will mess up. Okay, what is A? What is A in our formula, in equation? 1. A is the number in front of X, which is 1. What is B? B is the number in front of X, so I see 6, so it's 6. Correct? No, it's negative 6. We considered the number with the sign in front, so it's negative 6. Very important mistake, okay? And C is the number again on the variant constant number with the sign in front, that's 7, positive 7. Let's use this in this formula. I see minus and B. B is 6 minus 6 over 2A. I made another mistake. Where is the mistake? Or double minus, right? Negative of negative 6. Negative of B is negative 6, but they will eventually combine into positive 6. 4AC, 4 times 1 times C is 7, minus B squared, B is minus 6 squared, over 4A. Alright, let's simplify this. This is 6 over 2, positive 6 over 2, that's 3. And this is 4 times 1 times 7 is, what is 4 times 1 times 7? 28 minus 6 squared is 36. 28 take away 36 is minus 8, and the bottom is 4. Wait a second, we know what 4 divided by, what's 8 divided by 4 is? It's 2, right? So the result is 3 minus 2. Okay?
When the 6 become positive 6 up on the negative 6 squared.
This one?
Yeah.
You are right about this. Minus 6 times minus 6 is positive 6, positive 36, but there is a minus in front. So here is the operations we are making here. Look, there is a minus. This is the minus. And then minus 6 times minus 6 is squared. This is minus 6 times minus 6, but that's 36. That minus in front turns into minus 36, okay? Any questions? So I'm just curious if this formula really correct. How did we do this question on Friday? How would you find the seed from completing into square? We did it on Friday. Do you remember?
Taking negative 3 squaring it, leaving 7 on the outside.
We first group the first two guys, leave out 7, right? 7 is ignored for a minute. You group x squared minus 6x together. I leave some space. And now I fill out this space with a number. And I compute that number from the middle term by taking half of it and squaring it, which is 9. And this 3 terms trinomial, this perfect square, turns into square of something, and that is x and what? X and what? Minus 3, this number again. Am I right? Right. Remember, you can't just add a number to the middle of the equation like that. You're not allowed to do that unless you compensate this change by another change. You kinda, what weight you are adding in, you need to take it off. How? You added 9, you need to subtract it from the end. Actually, more precisely, not only this number, you need to multiply it with the number in front and subtract. If this is, for example, 4, I must be subtracting 36. 4 times 9 is 36. But we all know this is 1. There is no number in front. 1 times 9 is 9, so I'm subtracting 9. So this is not 7 then. 7 take away 9 is 2. So what is the vertex now? What is the vertex? You found it. You found the standard. You found the vertex form. This is vertex form. But I still need to catch the vertex here. How do you read it? You take opposite of this number, right? Which is 3. And then take the second number as it is. Did we get the same result? No, because I made a mistake. Yeah. 7 minus 9 is negative 2. Now we got it. Alright, which form do you like better? This formula or this one? I know some of you guys like this, but this is not less work. You have so much room for mistakes here. I know a lot of people will mess up on this part and dividing and canceling. So this one is risky as well. This is not so bad, right? I mean, we just took half of this thing and squared it and added, subtracted. Yeah, there are tricks here. So they're kind of, in my opinion, equal amount of work. But I prefer this method all the time because this trick, completing into square, is used a lot in math. So you need to master this skill. You can't just await this and do formula, okay? And besides, when you do this method, you not only get vertex, but you also get other stuff. Like you can read, well, you can get the same stuff here as well. When you go to college algebra, we will find something called intercepts, x and y intercept. This form, this one, is a lot suitable to get intercept quickly. Not here you have no idea how to get the intercept, so you need to turn this into vertex form anyways. Maybe we will do that here in number 5, by the way, in a moment. You will see this is not gonna work out in doing number 5. You have to do the second way. Okay, let's do another question before doing number 5. Find the vertex form, but let me copy the formula again. Here is your formula, guys. I'll give you 2 minutes. There isn't anything to teach here. You just apply, divide, order of operations must be observed, and whoever gets it first gets a credit, okay? Let me know when you're done. I hope one of them is right. Okay. We first substitute, I took minus out, substitute B. This is your B, here is your C, here is your A. I see a minus 4 in B. So minus B minus minus 4 over 2A. 2A is 2, comma, 4, A is 2, C is minus 6, so that's coming in here in parentheses, minus B squared, B is minus 4 squared, and finally 4 and A. This is the setup, but you need to compute this. 2 makes 4, cancels with 4, and double minus combines into plus. 2 times 2, 4, 4 and 4 cancels, so the result is 1, but positive 1. Okay. Second, we compute this part first. 4 times 2 times negative 6 makes, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 6 is 48. Negative 48. How about this? Negative, you multiply this one first, okay? Minus 4 times minus 4 is positive 16. And then take the negative later. It's negative 16. 4 times 2 is 8. So it is 1. Negative, negative, 2 numbers combine into bigger negative, negative 64 over 8. And that's a negative 8, right? 68 goes into 64 8 times negative 8 though. Alright. This is the right answer. Okay. As you see, there are rooms for mistakes. I mean here. So be careful. Although it looks straightforward substitution, you need to watch for mistakes. Alright. Vertex formula again can be handy in this question to find vertex. Yeah, you can use this to find vertex, but you can't get the rest easily with this, the rest of the information. Okay, but I will do this question in 2 ways. Both Friday's method, completing into square, and the today's method, formula method. So what we are supposed to do here is there is the quadratic equation, this side. They want us to change this into vertex form so we can get vertex, or you use directly the vertex formula and get vertex. Either way is fine. So let's use the formula method first. So this is gonna be minus b. What is b? Here is b. Here is a. That's 1. Here is c. Minus b is minus 2. Minus positive 2 over 2a. Divide by 4a c b. That's just 2. Squared over 4a, which is 2 over 2 is negative 1. This thing is minus 12, all 3. This thing is minus 4. This thing is 4. Negative 1. Negative 12. Negative 16 over 4. That's negative 4. Alright, take a minute to check my steps. Any mistakes? Are we good? That was part A then. Part B says y-intercept. We have seen this subject way back in previous chapters. I don't know the chapter title, but we found functions and their graphs, and those graphs touch y-axis once, and that touching value y-intercept can be found. How did we find it way back then? Substitute what?
X with a number.
Right, x with a special number, 0. When you substitute x by 0, you get y-intercept. In part C, when you set y into 0, you get x-intercept. Okay? So, getting y-intercept is easy. However, getting x-intercept is hard. You will see why I'm saying this. When I set x into 0 here, what do you guys get? 1 times 0 squared plus 2 times 0 minus 3. I'm setting 0 in x's here. What is the answer? What is 0 squared? This thing is 0. This thing is 0. 0 add 0, take away 3 is minus 3. You're done. You just now pair this up. You set x into 0, computed minus 3. We're done. 0 minus 3 is the answer. Why don't we substitute this? See if we run the right path. So we found the vertex as negative 1, negative 4. Check. And y-intercept happened to be 0 and what was it? Negative 3. Now here comes the challenging part. Why I call this part is hard, because this time we are going to set y into 0. Where is y? The left side is 0. I'm setting it. Look what you have now. X's are unknown. You need to solve for them. So how can I solve for x's? Ha. There are two methods for this. Come on. I know you know.
Squaring both sides or square rooting.
Well, if I square root both sides, square root of 0 is 0. I'm okay with that, but how do you get square root of this mess? I can't. I mean, I can only take guys out with squares if they are in product form. If this was product, yeah, I could only save this guy out if it's product. X can come out because it has a square. It can pay off the fee of the guardian, okay? But these are minuses. And even you take x squared out, there is still 2x and minus 3. How would you handle them? The square rooting is not going to work here. This is solving a quadratic equation. It's set into 0. We've done many of these before. In this chapter 11. What else can I do? We factor it, yes. If it works, factoring is the best option here because it's fast. If you can factor this and set each into 0. Can I factor this though? What two numbers multiply into -3 and add to +2?
3 and 1.
What's that?
-3 and 1.
-3 and 1. Yep, it's working. So we set each.
It's positive, negative.
Thank you. Because I want to get the +2, right? You guys are right. X plus 3 equals 0. X minus 1 equals 0. So that's that. Nope, that's not that. That's -3 and 1. You found two values. So you need to create 2 points. This and that. First one is -3. Second one is 1. Well, how do I get the y values? How do I get the y values? Well, you arrive these results by setting y into 0. They must be 0 each, right? Okay? So you got it. This is the fast option. If it works, you get the answer in 10 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. But let's say this didn't come to your mind. You forgot about it. How else would you solve this? How else? Quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I'm not giving the whole details, but you will get two answers again here. -3 and 1. And you will still set up these. Alright, let's say, guys, let's say you forgot to put quadratic formula on your cheat sheet. Let's say you forgot to do that. How else could you solve this? No? You would quit, go to the next question? There is another way. There is one more benefit of vertex form, seed form, which we haven't explored before. It's going to be now harvested. Let's get the seed form of this thing. Seed form or vertex form. How do we do this again? You leave out the -3 here, put x's here, and guess a number here. Can you guess it? You don't have to guess, compute it. Half of this number is 1. Square it, it is 1, right? Okay, but when you add a number here, you need to subtract another number here. What number do we subtract? 1. You take this number off here so things can stay in balance. Okay, now what does this turn into? It turns into square of what? X and 1, right? This green number always. and this is minus 4. Look what's going on. What are we trying to get? We're trying to get x alone, solve for x, that's our object. This is the vertex form now. Look, x is here. All you need to do is kill 3 enemies. 1, 2, 3. Kill them, get x all by itself, you're done. Which enemy are you gonna target first? 4. What? 1? 4, okay. So 4 is easy target. It's the furthest one from x. It's far away from x, right? So I will hack this guy first. Look, they're gone. 4 is on the other side. Alright, next you have 2 more enemies next to x. Which one is next? 1 or 2? 2. Square. How do you kill a square? Take square root. Alright. Please pay attention here. There is a mistake I'm gonna make. Square root of 4 is 2. These 2 cancel. You get x plus 1 only. Or just x plus 1 without a parentheses. You don't need a parentheses anymore. Am I right? 4 is 2 squared. This is actually what I did. 4 is 2 squared. So this square and this square root cancels as well, and you get 2. Oh, by the way, this is 1, right? I'm making a mistake. Anyone wanna fix? I subtract 1 and get x equal 1. I found only one solution. But earlier we got 2, right? Minus 3, 0, 1, 0. I only found this part. Right here. I missed the other one. Why? It's not the fault of the vertex form, it's my bad. When you take square root of both sides in equation solving, when you're killing a square, you need to put plus and minus here. So you have 2 solutions here. Let's redo this part. You have 2. One is positive 2. The other one is negative 2. Now when you subtract these, you get 1 and minus 3 both. You see? I got both of them together. We didn't know this side of this benefit of vertex form. You just found it now. You can get x-intercepts, hard question, hard part, without much effort. Yeah, you can do quadratic formula, sure, but once you have this in front ready, you probably done in part A. To find vertex, you probably got this already. Why would you deal with another quadratic formula long method? If you have this ready in front of you, use it to get x intercepts. Okay? Minus 3, 0, 1, 0. There are 2 x intercepts here. Alright, and the last part is sketching it. Look, this is not going to help you. If you do formula, you can still do sketch it. All you need to do is find minus 1, minus 4. Minus 1, minus 4. Where is minus 1, minus 4? Which one has minus 1, minus 4 as its vertex? This is minus 1, minus 4. This looks like minus 1. Even less than minus 1. But it seems like this can be as well. This is not minus 1, minus 4. This is minus 1, 2. Wrong. C is not. This is minus 2, minus 5. Wrong. So you have either A or B. But this doesn't look like minus 1 to me. Minus 1 should be somewhere here. This is a much better answer, right? Right, this is off. This is not minus 1. So you actually have only A. But what is the another way to verify? I kind of hesitate here. This looks like minus 1. What else can you check to verify the right answer?
Intercepts.
Intercepts. You found them, right? What were they?
-3 and 1.
-3, 0, 1, 0. Is this -3, 0? X-intercept, X-intercept. There are two. -3. Look, -3, 0. Yep. -1, 0. This is a perfect fit. But this one, this is -2 and all 1. This part is okay. But this part is -2. You see, it's not -3. It should have crossed here. So another reason that's why part A is the right answer. Option A. Okay. Is this question clear? Is it? Okay, we're done with the course. We're done. Course is over. 6.5, oh no, 11.5 was the last section. Well, what are we gonna do next is I set up a review set of questions for chapter 11 only. About the previous chapters, you already have reviews for them. Exam 3 review, exam 2 review, exam 1 review, plus chapter 11 review is what the final exam content will be, okay? So to prepare for final exam, do chapter 11 review first. That's homework 37 before the final. So the deadline is this Thursday. Our final exam is on Friday, right? At 8 a.m. So come 1 hour early. 1 hour early, okay? 8 a.m. on Friday. We will start working on this question, but tonight, please, I want you to open this review. There aren't many. Only 11 questions. So finish as much as you can and ask me particular questions. I couldn't do number 9, for example, and we'd work on that question, okay? So come prepared tomorrow. And on Wednesday, your